normal. So I was watching this stand-up comedy last night, and there's this chick that is like insanely good. Like I've never ever seen a comedian this good at crowd work. Okay, her name's Amber Autry. I'm pretty sure that's her name. She's like the total opposite of me. Like her stage presence, her like very like energetic stage presence. I just said stage presence. But she just has like this electricity to her. And it's just amazing. But, you know, when I was watching her, I was like, I'll never have that. And that doesn't mean that I won't have the same kind of effect. Because any comedian that makes people laugh, any comedian that gets people to pay attention, like that is some kind of talent, especially now because people don't know how to pay attention to anything. But it's like, I might be really comfortable with myself, but that doesn't mean that I'm comfortable on stage, and that doesn't mean that I'm comfortable with, you know, the general public. I think that the reason why people are like somewhat impressed by me is because of the fact that I'm obviously crazy and I'm out of the house and I'm putting myself out there in some kind of way, which I think is really, really hard to do if you're a certain type of crazy or a certain level of crazy, you know, because I'm a very paranoid person. And so something that I wrestle with, what do I have to do? What do I have to do? What do I have to do? It seems like everybody needs proof that they're useful. Everybody needs proof that they're important and that their experience is meaningful. And I think that what I do right now, this is the truest thing to my soul. This is the truest thing to my experience. And if I don't do it, I'm dead inside. And I want to stay alive. And so I know that there's something to this, but the trick is getting it out. The trick is being confident enough to keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Even when people hate it, keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Even if people think that it's total shit. It's important to know your strengths. It's even more important to know your weaknesses. A lot of people don't. If there's anything I'm good at, it's being honest. If there's anything I'm good at, it's being reckless. And I've definitely done that. But sometimes I wish that I hadn't. Even though it about, but I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Walk up to the altar and receive my Holy Communion. That's what I meant to say, but I couldn't say it in time, so I said it just now, and it wasn't as good. But that's okay, because not being perfect is something well understood. Exactly. You see, it's like I kick myself because it's not what I want it to be. You know? It's like when I get on some role where I feel like I'm succeeding and I'm doing really well. It's like then I realize that and I fuck it up. Because you know, like when you're really in the spirit, when you're really in that creative realm, and you feel it. And every artist knows what I'm talking about. Like when you're in that zone, you just want to stay in that zone. But once you realize that that's what it is, then you get out of it. You lose it. It's like when Jesus' disciple was walking on water, and then he started to realize what he was doing, and then he sank. So it's like when he was just pursuing that with faith, he was able to do what Jesus did. But then when he was like, what the fuck? How is this possible? So I don't know if that's like an infallibility that we have. No, not infallibility, fallibility. I don't know. Forget I said that. It's a weakness. It's a weakness of our humanity that we don't just trust that instinct and go with it. That's why I make so many videos, because I trust the instinct of the fact that people need this. People need someone that's totally human and doesn't quit, all because it gets too hard. All because it gets toxic. I'll never not be somewhat toxic. I'll never not be somewhat problematic. Just the way it is, it's just the way I am. At least I'll try to be better. I just want to be a good person, man. I want to do the right thing at all costs. I don't want to think about what it costs. I want to do the right thing no matter what. But I'm still human. I still have fear. I'm still afraid of what's not there. Maybe I'm afraid of things that are there, that only I can see. Nobody else seems to acknowledge but me, but it's okay. I already told you I was schizophrenic. You can't use it against me, because I've already used it against myself, bitch. Anyway, I know that I've definitely grown as a person, because I used to be really jealous of people that had what I didn't have. And now I'm just like in awe of them. You know? Like this girl that I'm talking about, you really should check her out. She's amazing. She has immeasurable talent. You'll understand when you watch her. She's just amazing. But you know how I feel about female comics. It's like I forget that she's female. She has the masculine energy though. That's the thing. Like she kind of talks like a dude. That's why she's so good at it. And she's straight. You know, she has a boyfriend who's like an MMA fighter or something like that. You know. So it's like if you're confident, you can do whatever you want. And so a lot of these women, they just want to keep bitching about men, like, you know, like, we can't do this like men. That's just not true. Because women that are the exception to the rule are really motherfucking exceptional, you know? Like, they're just so talented. But yeah, I accept the fact that I'm not like that. Like, I won't have that sort of extroverted personality type. And yeah, I used to be really jealous of that. But then I realized, no, well, that's just not the way that you are. That's not how you're supposed to be. If you were supposed to be that way, you would already be that way. So I'm just trying to figure out the best possible way to be myself. And that's definitely a work in success.